Russia's withdrawal from the grain deal is a manipulation in order to rewrite the agreement to suit its own requirements and obtain significant concessions from Western countries, said the American Institute for the Study of War. Russia blocks the export of Ukrainian grain, which hurts global food security, and therefore practically the whole world criticizes Moscow for such a decision.
Let's be clear. Russia has zero legitimate reason to suspend its participation in this arrangement. They would have you believe that sanctions have blocked their exports. That couldn't be further from the truth. They were exporting more grains than ever before and at higher prices. Russia is simply using the Black Sea as blackmail. It's playing political games. It's holding humanity hostage.
The Russian leadership has repeatedly asserted that allegedly only a few % of the grain exported by Ukraine goes to poor countries. In fact, more than 2/3 of wheat was supplied to developing countries. Therefore, the Kremlin's decision to withdraw from the grain agreement has already been condemned by Mozambique, Gabon and Egypt, one of the largest African importers.
Egypt, one of the world's biggest wheat importers, plans to continue receiving Ukrainian wheat via Europe. The government is also in talks with the United Arab Emirates for $400 million in financing to help it purchase the commodity. From a Bloomberg publication citing Egyptian Minister of Supply, Ali El-Mosilhi.
Beijing, which Moscow considers an ally, also called for a quick resumption of grain exports from Ukraine. Chinese pressure may influence Russia's decision, Western media write.
A resolution would have to be found soon, the member of Russian diplomatic circles said, as Ukraine will soon run out of space to store grain when the new harvest reaches ports. China could put pressure on Russia to return to the grain deal because it was the biggest recipient of Ukrainian grain. From the Washington Post, citing an anonymous Russian diplomat.
Russia, meanwhile, is trying to deprive Ukraine of access to the global grain market and replace Ukrainian products with its own.
President Vladimir Putin has proposed a replacement initiative whereby Qatar would pay Moscow to ship Russian grain to Turkey, which would then distribute the crop to countries in need. From the Financial Times publication.
Russia is trying to make money on selling grain because it understands that the blockade of ports is likely to hit its own economy to a greater extent. Threats of attacks on civilian ships have already reduced maritime traffic in the region, and because of the high risks, the price of insurance for ships will increase significantly, experts predict. Therefore, selling oil products and liquefied gas, vital for the state budget of the aggressor country, will become even less profitable. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Valeria Nekapelova, UATV News.